Yo, 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 yo. So once again, I apologize for the shitty quality. I apologize for shitty quality. Um, I will be having some reviews on the webcam for the next couple of days because the internet here is really slow. But I will be using my phone for most of the time, but it's just I can't at the moment. So anyway, welcome to my movie review. Please don't tell me that porno guy's gonna fucking show up again. Welcome to my movie review of Brothers, starring Tobey Maguire, Jake Gyllenhaal, Natalie Portman, directed by Jim Sheridan, who I almost had a chance to meet at a film festival in Ireland because he is actually an Irish director who has directed in America Get Rich or Die Trying, uh, and he directed In the Name of the Father and I think The Butcher Boy. Yeah, so Irish American and American films. So this is an American movie. So Spider Man and Mysterio are both in it. It's funny because Jake Gyllenhaal actually was going to be Spider Man in Spider Man 2, but he couldn't. Basically, what the plot of Brothers is you got these two brothers, one played by Tobey Maguire, who was like an army veteran, married to Natalie Portman with two kids, and the others played by Jake Gyllenhaal. Jake Gyllenhaal has committed some crimes and he's just out of prison. Uh, the two of them reunite and you get that they have a close relationship, but you kind of get the sense that the parents like Tobey Maguire more because he has his life together a little bit more and his career and shit. And they're not as fond of Jake Gyllenhaal's character because of the shit he does. So they're getting ready to go to war. The family does seem to be a bit worried about Tobey Maguire going out to war because obviously they don't want him to get killed. But he has been coming and going a lot. Natalie Portman's see them raising. So essentially, what ends up happening is while on the war to, I want to say Iraq. I could be wrong. They're going to Iraq. Yeah. While there, um, the helicopter gets shot down, and Tobey Maguire ends up getting captured. But the generals come home and tell his wife that he's dead, but he's actually not dead. He's just been taken hostage, and we do get to see different scenes throughout the movie of him being taken hostage. So eventually, Jake Gyllenhaal kind of comes over and starts to care for Natalie Portman, and pretty much, you know, basically they become kind of friends with each other and stuff because he wants to support her and support the kids and all that. So eventually they start getting close, going out ice skating, becoming friends. You know, Jake Gyllenhaal even calls his two friends over. One of them is actually played by Ethan Suplee of My Name is Earl fame. He's also in a lot of Kevin Smith movies. And they start redoing the kitchen. And I think the dad even was like, yo, you can't take this guy's kids away from you, you know. Eventually, they do end up sharing a kiss and while they smoke weed. And you buy that they like each other, as Rambo for Life also said. And meanwhile, Toby Maguire has to do some horrible shit in order to get home. So basically, what ends up happening is eventually Toby Maguire does come home and suffers with severe PTSD afterwards and trauma. And basically, what ends up happening is sorry. Basically, what ends up happening is he becomes a lot more quiet. He starts asking all these really obscure questions, like, "You're like two kids in love out there." And Jake Gyllenhaal is like, "Yeah." He's like, "Did you fuck her? It's okay if you did. Like, you thought it was dead and stuff." He's like, what makes you ask a question like that?" So he starts asking shit like that, and things do get bad. Uh, the daughter doesn't really seem to like Toby Maguire that much, and she's like, "Why can't you just stay dead?" And then like he freaks out at the table, and she lets it slip that Natalie Portman and Jake Gyllenhaal have been having sex, which they haven't. And she even says at the table, "You know that's not true." What at the bedtime, she's like, "Why'd you say that?" It's like, "I just did." And then we get the infamous freak out scene with Toby Maguire. Uh, so yeah, that is basically in a nutshell what the plot's about. This is a fucking great movie. This movie is fantastic. I thought right. I think Jake Gyllenhaal is great. I mentioned in the live stream, I'm a big fan of Jake Gyllenhaal. I fucking love him as an actor. He's just great. He's a very likable character in this. You know, at first he's like, oh, he doesn't really have his life together at the dinner table. Has a bit of a argument with his parents, and then there's a scene like at the funeral. He's talking, "Oh, your brother's dead" and shit like this. You know, I do really like him and Natalie Portman's relationship. As I said, there's that great scene where they smoke weed and they kiss and like, oh, they regret it. Oh my god, you know, we're talking about school and stuff. Um, I like the comedic moments with Jake Gyllenhaal and Eden Suplee and the other guy. They're like, yeah, we'll paint your kitchen, and I think one of them even like rolls and paint on him, as far as I remember. And it's like, why'd you do that for? And they redo the kitchen very nicely. And Natalie Portman's like, why would you do that? And all that I think we get to see Natalie Portman in the bathtub, if I'm not mistaken. I think that the war scenes, there's not a lot of them. Like the bit where the helicopter gets shot down is done very well. Uh, very dramatic, very intense. You're made believe, oh shit, he is dead because he comes home, your husband's died, and she's like, no, no, and you know, Natalie Portman's acting is just great. But it turns out, like, obviously that he's not dead, and you get the scene where he wakes up, and the terrorists get him to do some fucked up shit. They have him video. He's like, "Come on, they're gonna kill us both if we don't do this," and all that. And he goes with his friend, and then you know, eventually he's like, "We'll kill your family if you don't, or and we'll kill you if you don't do this." So Toby Maguire ends up beating the guy to death, no, really viciously, and it's just powerful. It's fucking heartbreaking. This movie is fucking heartbreaking. This movie is it's just very well shot. It's very intense. It will keep you on the edge of your seat. Um, I think the casting, like Toby Maguire and Jake Gyllenhaal, well, I said it. I don't know about you. I do see it by when they play brothers. Like I love the bit at the start of the movie, like when Jake Gyllenhaal gets out of prison and Toby Maguire just looks and goes, "What happened to my little brother?" And he drives. It's just like it's kind of cool because there is tension between them later on in the movie. And like I'm not 100% sure if there's tension with them in real life because I do know that after Spider-Man, Tobey Maguire actually did date Kirsten Dunst, and Jake Gyllenhaal eventually did as well. And after Spider-Man 2, like during Spider-Man 2, Tobey Maguire had a back injury. I think he faked the back injury, and they were going to replace him with Jake Gyllenhaal. So there was kind of I don't know if there was actual tension between them, but you do buy the brother bond in it, you know, and you do see how the PTSD affects Toby. Like he becomes home really quiet. He's lashing out more. You see him in bed with his wife and stuff. And do they have sex in it? I don't know. But you see that kind of shit happen. And it's a great shot. I actually remember when this movie was coming out. You see the shot of him in the bed. Um, you know, it's just as I said, it's fucking heartbreaking. This movie, it's really well acted. I actually found the little kids likable up until the dinner table scene where someone's telling the story, and it's an intense scene because you know Toby Maguire is going to lose his shit, and Isabella's like, that's the kid's name, is like playing with the balloon, and he's like, Isabella, enough, stop, and stuff. And he's like, stop it. And he's like, no. And he goes, enough, and pops it. And he goes, I wish you stayed dead. And all this. And he's like, they have sex all the time, you know. And it's just fucking heartbreaking. And then, you know, you have the infamous freakout scene, which is just insane. Toby Maguire's acting, like, yeah, it is a bit over the top, but at the same time, it's really well acted. And it's a departure from Peter Parker. And yes, it's been memed due to Bully Maguire and all that other shit. But his acting in this movie was just on point. Like he just done such a fucking great job. Um, he's like, you know what I did to get back to you? You know what I did to fucking get back to you? I loved you, Grace. You know how much I loved you. You know what I can do with these fucking hands? You're fucking my brother. And he starts smashing the kitchen. What have you done to my fucking house? And fucking throwing shit around and the fridge. And like you have to wonder that scene must have not been easy to film. Like, I mean, it's really fucking brilliantly acted. It feels real. And then Jake Gyllenhaal comes in and he's trying to like be like, yo, calm down. And then Toby Maguire, it's this scene right here, pulls a gun on him and is like, what are you doing in my house, motherfucker? And then Natalie Portman's up, no, girl, stay there. And it's just, and then like he goes out and the cops are there and he's like, put the gun on. What? You want to shoot me? Fucking shoot me. And he tries to kill himself. Then I believe he's put in prison. And then like we get a bit more of the movie after that. And then Natalie Portman asks what happened, you know? And we do get to feel his guilt because directly after he comes home, you know, he the guy that he killed, his wife, comes to visit Natalie Portman and he feels guilt and then he sees the baby rolling around and the baby's lost his dad and it is just fucking heartbreaking. So yeah. But guys, this movie, I fucking love it. I love this movie. It is honestly, it's a 10 out of 10 for me. I know I said like a little nitpick here and there, but this is a great movie. I really fucking love this movie. So, um, and it's just a smart movie as well. It just has a smart plot and shit. So, there's the front, the spine, the back, and the disc. So, got this in 2019 for my birthday. That was my review of Brothers. Hope you guys enjoyed. See you guys later and bye.